I wanted to chat with you because I've been seeing this so much. I've been seeing a lot of burnout. And I believe that whatever you're doing, is it working or you're bored of it?
Welcome to Capture and Connect. Insight, challenges, and proven strategies to help you take your passion for photography and turn it into an income-generating business. And now here's your host, Janice Sullivan.
Hi, welcome to Capture and Connect. Today is a raw video. That means it's unscripted. I'm just going to talk to you about my business during the week. And this hopefully will help you think about your business as you build it. If you're a photographer right now, you feel like you've done so much and things aren't working. There's several reasons for it, for sure. And that's what I want to help you with. Because I know this is the time, because I'm getting emails, my clients are doing this, and I even feel like this a little bit, where I've worked so hard since January, and why am I not hitting that goal set that I really wanted to hit? So this week it's interesting. I've been seeing a lot of emails and a lot of people like me that talk about business and helping people in entrepreneurship. And I've noticed, as the tree starts falling, the stuff falling off the tree, I like to share behind the scenes. Look at the trees. Look at how pretty this is. That's the street. That's my space. You always get to see behind the scenes. There we go. Let's get that set up. So what have I been seeing? I've been seeing a lot of burnout. And I believe that why I've been seeing it in email, because I'm a person that's always involved in business, creativity, photography, and obviously I have CC Biz Method and I see my clients. And I think what happens, where I am taping this, it is August 1st. And I have seen a lot of let me help you with burnout. There's so much burnout. And I believe because in January, it's a new year, and we as creatives and entrepreneurs want to say, okay, this, and I get this in my own business. That's why I'm talking to you, because it's in my own business. We start the new year. This is the new year. I'm going to rock it. I'm going to do this, this, and this. You set up your goals. You're super excited because it's fresh, it's new. And whatever you're doing, is it working? I used to do this. What am I talking about? I'm talking about being a squirrel. And I used to say this a lot. Stop squirreling around. People would be like, what's a squirrel? What do you mean by squirrel? That means you're jumping here, jumping there, jumping here, jumping there. Because whatever you're doing, is it working or you're bored of it? And that's huge. And that's me. I realized that I would go and I'd have an idea for something that I want to sell in the beginning. That's why I tried so many different things. That's why I tried printing. That's why I tried doing, I'd have exhibitions. I would do a lot of variety of things, and it was exciting and fun, and then I got bored of it. And it's okay when you're trying to figure out what you want to do with your photography. But once you have an idea, once you really know what you want, that's what this episode's about. How to turn your passion to profit. So this week, I've seen a couple people that I know that feel like they should just quit. And it's because they work really hard on one thing that they feel like they need to do. And they try it, and they get excited about it, and nothing happens. They don't get the sale. They're not getting the hits that they want. And the reason why it's that way is because of the squirrel. Going here, going there. And why do we do these things? Why is the squirrel such a problem? I think it's harder nowadays because of the information that we can get. The information is easy. ChatGPT, the internet, with the social media, the gurus, the people like me saying, hey, do it this way, and my way works. And you try what we ask you to do, and it's not working. You're like, why isn't it working? They said it worked for them. What's the deal? They just want money. I see it in the chats. I see it in so many different areas that you can't make money today. I've had several podcasts about it over here, so you could see the Reddit that I said in the passion that I have for you. I'm going to talk about the first squirrel, and then I'll talk about the second squirrel. So the first squirrel is that you say you sign up or you watch my videos or somebody else's videos, because there's plenty of coaches for entrepreneur or mentors. You say, okay, this is what she said to do. She said to do this, this, and this, and it's not working for me. And the reason why it's not working is because you're not doing the steps that the person said to do. Now, I'll just use me for an example, because I see my clients doing this. They will come and ask me questions, and then I will ask them, did you interview a couple people to know if that's exactly what your client is wanting? How many interviews did you do? None. You're trying to sell. Do you have an email list? No. I teach what has worked for me and still works to this day. You have to do the work even if it's not perfect. You're there for a reason, but you're not following through. Anything that you truly, truly want, by taking your passion to profit, is a wonderful feeling. And when you really do the steps and start seeing the connections and start seeing people that really love what you do, because you're understanding by the connection that you have, whether it's in the written word, as you stop the scroll with your photography, or you're actually going to shows, or you're seeing people in person, whatever it is, you're going to really truly understand the steps because you've paid for somebody to help you. So the first squirrel is not doing the steps. And if you do the steps and you feel that you don't have it perfect, then you do not go to the next step. Because I always say progress over perfection. If you're a perfectionist and somebody asks you to do step 1 and step 2 and you want it totally perfect, want to know a super secret? You're never going to have it perfect, because the more you get to understand who you are as an entrepreneur and who your clients are, the more you're going to improve. But you have to start somewhere. And that is the squirrel 1. Now let's talk about squirrel 2 that happens around this time. So you get super excited because maybe you found another person that you feel that can help you in your photography business. And you love what they're saying. You're like, yeah, I could do this. I totally trust in what you say, right? And in the beginning, you're excited, you're working really hard, you're like, this is great, you've done all the work. And then you get bored. That's me. That's Janice. I get bored. And why does that happen? Because it's just like on your first date, right? You're dating, you're super excited, you're like, yeah, this is great. And then you kind of get to a lull. I have to say, though, my marriage is pretty awesome, but we have our ups and downs. That's life. Everybody has ups and downs, and so does your business. So you get to a point where you're doing stuff and you're totally, totally bored. Because you're like, I'm not creating anymore. I really like to create. I don't want to do these emails. I don't want to do these different tasks to start your business or to improve your business. You're just bored. That's the second squirrel. So what do? You go to other people. You're like, well, this isn't working for me, and I don't really like what she's saying or he's saying, so I'm going to go look at somebody else. And of course, we all have these emails of, here, this is how you connect to your clients. This is what you do. So you go to someone else and you try their stuff, but I want you to know that everyone has a system. So you may say, okay, this person's teaching me how to find my clients, but you didn't do the previous stuff that, say, in my CC business method, compared to you go to someone else and they probably have a different system to get to the point to find their clients. So what you're doing is you're bopping around to different people instead of starting from A and going through Z. And so by this time, which is August 1st, you've been working on it, but you're still listening to other people. And I know that that is a boo-boo, because I've done that too. I've tried several different people as coaches, and I have to stop myself and say, what is this coach for, or what is this mentor for, or what is this class for? And I need to finish that class. I need to finish that job. What are they telling me to do? I need to do that and then go to the next step. I need to push myself, and I get stuff myself people saying, hey, I can help you in your coaching program. And I say no. Before, in the days, I would say, yeah, I'm kind of bored with whatever I'm working with. Maybe I'll go there and maybe they'll have something fun to do. It's just because we get bored in life in general and we want something new again. And that is where you get information overload. Information overload is real, and I like to learn, so you may be that type of person too, where you just love to learn, and so you want to go to somebody new to learn something new, but you really do need to nip it. Like, I have had several people email me several different things on YouTube. I could get your YouTube up. I can help you with coaching. I can help you with this. But I already have people. I have somebody with YouTube that she's awesome. I have somebody with coaching. He's awesome. And I have them helping me. So what do I do now? I send them a message back and say, please take me off of your list, or don't message me anymore. I'm working with, and I tell them who I'm working with, and they leave you alone. I even got someone say, yeah, he's really, really good for coaches. That's what you have to do. You want somebody, or you watch somebody, understand what do they really do. Do they work in your space? Can they help you do what you want them to do? And you focus with them. I'm not here to sell myself. I'm here to tell you, you could be one of these squirrels. And this squirrel is definitely going to each different little areas and saying, ooh, I like this. Oh, I'm going to try that. And it doesn't work because there's a system. There's a system that everybody uses. If you don't know your clients, you don't know what your offer is, how are you going to go market that? So that's why we get burned out. And I don't want you to quit. That's why I'm here. I don't want you to quit. It's not you. It's not your photography, I should say. It is you, because you're squirreling around. You just don't realize what you're doing. I didn't realize it. I just wanted to go here and there, and I wasted so much time. And if you're older like me, no more wasting time. We don't have time to waste. So that's what I see. They get frustrated and they just quit and they just say, I can't do it. And then you become a statistic. And I don't want that for you. I want you to really say, I'm going to take this little time in my life, maybe 20 minutes a week. I love doing what I do. Every single day I'm working on my business. Every single day I want to help you as a photographer build your photography business. That's why I did the last podcast. Go watch it from Treasure. He asked an amazing question about equipment and how that can hold you back. So you could check that out. Go listen to it if that's you. So what happens with you continually learning and going from one guru, going to another, trying this, doing this, is you don't build a foundation of your photography business. The very beginning is the foundation. That's where you understand what you want to offer, who your client is that buys what you do. You really dive deep and you figure out your blue ocean, something that's a little different, so you can work on that and connect to people that want that. If you're too broad, that foundation is like everyone else. And so that's what happens. You have to build the foundation, and then you get to the next part. I call it tier 2, and that's the fun part where we really just hone in on your tribe, and you don't squirrel. That's what we're talking about, is squirreling around. You don't squirrel around and go here to there. You do certain things to test stuff out, see how it's working, and pay attention to your people, and don't get stuck with, oh, I'm going to try this, or I've paid for this and I've done this, and actually do the work that needs to be done from baby steps. I know, myself included, that I have stayed up hours and hours late at night working on things, and sometimes they fail. And I have to say to myself, why did that fail? And then I reevaluate what I've done, and I realize, oh, they don't really like this photograph. This photograph is like everyone else. I need to change it up a little bit. That's fine. It's still my work. I'm going to improve my photography or my offer. I'm going to make my offer special for them. And for me, if you haven't heard my story, all I would do is just tweak colors for my clients for licensing. Nobody else was doing that. One little thing can make such a huge difference. So if this is you, you could check out my How to Find Your Images That Sell. And what I want to ask you too is, when you do this, if you grab it, it looks like this, think about the process. Do what I asked you to do, and then think about what is your blue ocean. What can you do a little different? And you can market that. That's my little tip today, and what's happening this week and what I'm seeing with my photography friends and some of my clients. I just want you to know that it's the squirrel. We can stop it, take a deep breath, and start all over again. Just like January. Let's get to where you're at and move forward. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. This is Capture and Connect. One of my fun things that I love to do on this podcast is really just talk about what's happening during the week, and I love to hear your thoughts. Down below, let me know. Are you squirreling around? Which squirrel are you? Are the one going from here to there and trying new things and just not doing the steps? Or are you the squirrel just likes new things all the time? Like, I like this, this is new, this is fresh, I want to do that. What is going to save you is to focus on what needs to be done and be consistent. And I'll just say really quick, if there's something that you cannot stand, then do me a favor and go hire a VA on Upworks or somewhere that you can get help. I'm here every Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern in the chat. I'm in the chat, so come over and say hi. Talk to us. This is a fun time for us to connect together. You entrepreneurs, you creative, we're going to capture, we're going to connect, and we're going to build a beautiful dream business. I'll see you next week. Cheers, my friend. If you would like to get show notes, links that I talk about in the episode, and a bunch of other goodness like freebies to help you build your photography business, then head on over to photobizmethod.com. photobizmethod.com. See you there.